Hello, Miss Downs. I'm about to do my presentation right now. For hundreds of years, philosophers have attempted to answer the question of what makes a person a person. Is it the way they think and process their surroundings, or is it their physical appearance and the way they move? Philosophers have made various arguments throughout history to try and back two specific perspectives on the matter, such as the physical body defining a person's identity. However, this argument is invalid due to the fact that a specific person is defined by their cognitive thinking and emotions. One cannot simply assume that the body is what defines someone as a person. For example, if a man had a bodily illness that would cause him to die and he had the ability to surgically transfer his consciousness into another body while maintaining previous memories, he will still be the same person despite physical appearance. One's identity is defined by that person's interpretation of memories and experiences that cause them to act and react a specific way. As long as the man's way of thinking and processing was preserved, he would remain the same person. One's physical appearance does not define their identity, but instead their emotions, desire, and way of interpreting creates one's identity. Emotions are essential to a person's being. They consist of why a person feels a certain way and when scenarios happen. Desires are what cause a person to seek and try to achieve goals that become an essential part of someone's life. For example, a teenager that has a desire to play football can make the decision to pursue the sport and achieve his goal of becoming a professional football player later in life. This desire is to continue football will allow this teenager to amass money and a large amount of success. Another aspect of identity is a person's process for thinking. This can easily be identified as an important part of someone's identity. The process of thinking is why and how a person determines their desires and emotions. This process is defined by people's past experiences and memories and continues to develop and change throughout their life. Brian Griffin can be identified as a person, and Mark D. White's Is Brian More of a Person Than Peter of Wills, Wants, and Desires? Brian Griffin has the physical appearance of a dog without a question. However, he displays characteristics and emotions of that a normal dog wouldn't have. White explains that animals are almost always considered wantons, or identities that always act on first impulse. Brian understands and considers how his feelings for Lois would complicate their relationship and his relationship with his best friend Peter. Although Brian has the physical appearance of a dog, his identity of Brian Griffin, Peter's best friend, prevails over the common physical body of a dog. As a result, Brian is treated with the equality as a human when in public or on dates. Interestingly, Shai Bitterman discovered that in the show South Park, the characters have a tough time grasping personal identity and identifies these questions that have came up in the episodes. In the article, Stan's future self and Evil Cartman. Bitterman points out through various examples such as Rob Schneider's physical appearance in movies changing but his personality remaining the same to display that identity is not controlled by physical appearance. This article will provide me with many examples for personal identity being controlled by memories and emotions. In Nicholas Michaud's Who is Peter Malark, Michaud discusses the topic of whether or not Peter Malark died when he was snatched by the Capitol and given many sources of Tracker venom. Michaud points out that Peter does maintain the same physical body but loses his old feelings towards Katniss due to torture and mental instability. This article will provide me with substantial proof for my essay as I discuss the changes in Peter's emotions and how they have changed his identity and personality. I chose this topic purely because of the passion I feel for it. This topic quickly caught my attention due to my actual opinion on the matter. I truly believe that our emotions and thought process dictate who we are and not our physical appearance. In my high school, people are often categorized by clothing style, friend groups, or even weight. I do not think these aspects have anything to do with who a person truly is. What matters the most is how a person thinks, their emotions and desires. These three aspects dictate how they act in society. And I am friends with multiple people from different friend groups, and despite outward and physical appearance, I developed strong opinions about what gives a person their identity. I'm looking forward to writing this essay. Thank you.